Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome inside the Toronto Pan Am Center for the OSBA Men's Championship. Ridley College Prep trying to go back-to-back, standing in their way. Fort Erie International Academy in their return to the OSBA. J.J. Evison, Haley Hopkinson, Aaron Sanders here with you. And it's all come down to this. One more game on the slate. Royal Crown went 3 for 3, just taking the women's championship. They had the junior division boys and girls. Tall Pines fell to Father Henry Carr in the Trillium, and now one more game for an OSBA trophy. Fort Erie ended the season 14-5, will be the away team here. Ridley College 16-3, both teams coming from the West Division. Aaron, when you look at this Ridley College squad and the team that they were able to retain from last year's championship run and how they're able to gel, what impresses you the most about this dynamic team?
The one thing that impresses me is the fact that they have veteran leadership. A handful of these players, so you see minimum errors into their games. If they're late in the shot clock, they know how to deliver. And plus with the Roberts brothers, Chatham-Kent natives, by the way, you can't go wrong with that.
Haley, Fort Erie, in their return to the OSBA, have had some stumbles through the regular season, but it feels like they're gelling at the right time.
It absolutely does, and that's also the common consensus among other OSBA teams. We've been hearing teams kind of be like, we've been hearing Fort Erie this, Fort Erie that. Well, now's the time for Fort Erie to step up and really prove that narrative to be correct.
Looking at the paths that each team took to get here, Ridley College, a 92-74 win over Crestwood in the quarterfinal, then a dominant 27-point win over Polaris Academy yesterday. Meanwhile, Fort Erie, a 20-point win over Cambridge, and then a 4-point nail-biter last night on this court to dismiss Royal Crown. The starting five for Ridley College: Callum Smith, the big man. Centers Omar Hijazi, Quinton Ethier, Caleb Roberts, and C.J. Roberts. Caleb Roberts announced as the MVP, put up a 41-piece on that same night, Friday. Last night, he had another dynamic performance. But Callum Smith was the player of the game. For Fort Erie, Promise Landu, Anthony Ponga, crew guard, Dangor, and Eli Jolin. Jolin's been the top scorer for each of the last two games for Fort Erie, 16 in the win over Cambridge, 19 last night. And he is the engine for this team offensively. They spread it around, but he is the centerpiece.
That's right. One of the keys before we get underway here, JJ, for both of these teams, you got to get your bigs involved early. That includes Gore and Smith. They started out strong. For Fort Erie, they have to contain the corners because Ridley College always had a problem with that. And for Ridley, offensively, you also have to watch the clock too. There's been a handful of teams that would drive it down to about 2 or 3 seconds.
Live from the Toronto Pan Am Sports Center, the OSBA Men's Championship game underway. Fort Erie looking for the first bucket. Eli Jolin short on the three, and C.J. Roberts soars in for the rebound. Callum Smith well beyond the perimeter. Quinton Ethier dials it up and drops it in. Ethier's off to a start, and if he gets going early, watch out.
Oh, absolutely. You're going to have to contain him quick and can't leave him open on the perimeter.
Eli Jolin trying to get a step on Hijazi. Step back, nothing there. Swings it back out to Gore. Picked up by Ethier. Callum Smith, crew guard, kicks it, and Ponga lets C.J. Roberts blow by, reloads, and drops it in the bucket.
And remember, he had a handful of those threes coming into the second half because of that extra pass option.
Anthony Ponga, the class of 2026 guard, trying to lift his team to a championship in his senior year. Callum Smith talked to me last night about playing physical right from the jump. Gets it up, crew guard, rakes the face, no call. They say play on. Promise and Landu over the screen. Top side three, way off the mark, but Dengengor there to get the rebound, and CJ Roberts gets caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
And that's how you want to get in the face of Ngor. You have to make sure you box them out at all times. And the bigs, they have to be well involved at the start of the game. You see Fort Erie immediately feeding it down to the big man, and he was able to draw a foul.
Omar Hijazi gets fingertips on the inbound pass. Jolene makes his move baseline. Step back. Mid-range Jimmy from the bottom of the court. No good. Behind the back, CJ Roberts nearly goes over and back. Turns it over. Dengor quickly ahead. Jolene. He'll flush it with two.
What an incredible way to just stop on a dime like Jolene did just right there to be able to put up that amazing shot.
Ethier puts Jolene on his hip. Over top, Callum Smith working on the smaller Jolene. CJ Roberts with the right, gets it to go out of the outstretched arm of crew guard.
And this Tiger squad loves to fly. Whenever they get that chance to go into the wing, they will take advantage of it.
Promise Landu elevates, can't connect, and Caleb Roberts the other way. Crosses up middle of the floor, pulls out Dengor. Wants to pick by Smith. Spins around. Smith reloads with Roberts. He finds time and space. Can't get it to go. Tapped out by Ethier. And now Roberts tries again from the near wing. 0 for 2. Gets his own rebound. Stutter step. Leaves it short. A third opportunity. And that is unlike Caleb Roberts. Foul's going to go against Callum Smith.
That's probably one of the strangest sequence a Ridley fan would see all season long, is 4 opportunities and Caleb Roberts not being able to complete one of them.
And keep in mind, crew guard had his back turned on all of those opportunities, so he was out of position right from the word go.
Dengor, Callum Smith going back and forth. The officials trying to calm it down. This is playoff basketball. Heightened emotions, heightened performances. Who can keep the cool and who will outperform who? Promise and Landu swings it. Now Jolene works it back to the top of the key. Landu gets the step up and under off glass. Promise and Landu breaks the tie. 7-5, Fort Erie ahead. Eli Jolene anticipated the handoff, steals it, spins, keeps that pivot foot down, and Anthony Ponga late to the party. Tries to get separation from CJ Roberts. Dengor, top side. 10 on the shot clock, Promise and Landu working on the big man. Tries to get the step, and Callum Smith has 2 quick fouls, and that will bring in Damir Ostaprak.
When you could get one of the bigs out of the ball game, that could show a lot of promise for Fort Erie. Again, coming off of the transition, I don't know what the deal was when it came down to that spin move, because it took a lot of time, and we've said this to the both of you. You have to go straight up with it. It doesn't matter if you have 1 or 2 defenders right behind you. You have to put it up.
Pierre-Charles Yimga sat out last night's semifinal, nursing an injury, back in for the championship game. Landu makes the first of 2. The second goes down as well. And the Ridley College Tigers settle into their identity all the way to the rack. Blocking foul on Dengor, and CJ Roberts helped up off the floor. Every time he soars in and hits the deck, you think maybe there's some sort of injury?
Yeah, never.
Dude's an elastic.
No, he'll slap the floor a couple times. Not out of pain or agony, though. He's just excited.
So instead of doing the push-ups, you get the slap on the floor. That's what the kids are doing these days, but tough resilience.
59% from the free throw line on the season. Drains the first. The second no good. Hijazi taps it to himself, goes up and connects. And Landu given space to operate. Ostaprak waiting. Landu separates and finds the bottom.
Landu will create space out of thin air. You can't let him get it.
Quinton Ethier, catch and shoot. Back iron. Hijazi there to tap it, no good. And Ostaprak with position, and another foul on Fort Erie. Yimga, the latest to receive a foul, and Landu with the one before that. Ostaprak retreats. Caleb Roberts gets the step on junior Jean-Marie. Can't connect, and Jean-Marie tracks down the loose ball off the rim.
Great box out by Landu.
Thomas and Landu works to the right. Caleb Roberts stays with him step for step. Loses the handle. Finds Yimga. He'll attack in the corner. Anthony Ponga for three. Count it.
And so he's taken those threes and that momentum from the last game, bringing it right into this one, being a difference maker early.
A hold in the key. That's going to be on Ponga. Each team with one more foul to give, under 5 to go in the opening 10. 14-8, Fort Erie lead Ridley. And Jackson Baker steps onto the floor. Davin Larosilier on as well.
3 for 3. Interesting sub.
Ethier nearly lost it with the one-hand reception. Caleb Roberts and Eli Jolin tries to go for the steal, comes over top of the arm and gets Caleb Roberts on the forearm. No more fouls to give for Fort Erie. .14 on the shot clock. Jackson Baker to inbound. Caleb Roberts receives. Ethier inside. Views his glass, no good. Ostaprak couldn't put back the second chance opportunity, and junior Jean-Marie traipses out the other way. Jolin tries to shake Hijazi. Slips, keeps the dribble alive, fading. High arcing shot, no good. Loose ball, and Caleb Roberts has it. Roberts stops on a dime, uses the glass, count it, it's good.
Off of those tough takes, you always want to use the glass to soften the release.
4 minutes to play, 4-point lead, Fort Erie ahead. Jean-Marie calls for it back, walks into a three, and that's well off the mark. Jackson Baker takes the deflection and finds Hijazi down the left-hand side. Ostaprak on junior Jean-Marie. Uses that muscle and swings it. Ethier, catch and shoot. Bottom for Ethier.
Second big three and a big look from Ethier.
And you know something? Most of his shots yesterday came at the foul line. It's always a good sign when he could get double triples in the first quarter.
Fort Erie back on the offensive. Anthony Ponga inside, blocked by Ostaprak. Caleb Roberts turns on the Jets. Elects to give it up to Baker. He'll swing it. Ethier, the hot hand right now. Euro step, finger roll finish. It's nice for Ethier.
Ethier away. He could shoot from everywhere.
The Fort Erie fans in the crowd are loud. We've got the girls team right behind the bench and a ton of other fans.
The kick out. Davin Larosilier blocked on the backside. Contact on the side of the head. And Larosilier will head to the free throw line.
Now Jackson Baker may not be happy with that foul, but it's textbook basketball. You have to go straight up with your hand. You don't need the extra dramatics by slapping it away. Here he comes on the attempt on the block, and that's what happened.
La Rosillier sinks the first of two. La Rosillier just 4 points, 2 rebounds, and a single assist on average for Fort Erie as he drains a pair. Under 3 to go. Fort Erie back in front. CJ Roberts back on the floor. Dangan Gore in as well. Caleb Roberts catches, elevates, no good. La Rosillier into the front court. Ponga looking for space inside. It's not there. Yimga, far side, wide open. Lets it fly. Back iron. He'll get the tap back. They'll play on. Dangor lets it fly. No good. Yimga taps it here. Jean-Marie and La Rosillier. Toe on the line. Front iron. And Caleb Roberts says enough of that. The OSBA Men's West MVP. La Rosillier called for the foul. And that's going to be shooting. CJ Roberts, very smart play to get La Rosillier to get physical.
And for both sides now, any fouls from now on will be shooting, and we'll see if either team takes specific advantage of that.
The first one down for Roberts. Second no good, and Dangor above the crowd takes it off the rim. Thomas Landu works to the middle of the floor. Ethier picks him up. And now Ostaprak with the assignment. Gore turns the corner. Good defense, whip pass outside. La Rosillier. Landu lets it fly. Front iron, junior Jean-Marie as the shot clock resets. Yimga flashes. La Rosillier over for Gore. Gore, and that's well timed, but right to the hands of Yimga. And another offensive rebound for Fort Erie. Junior Jean-Marie tries his hand, no good. And again, it's a Roberts getting the rebound, saying, I don't want any more of that. Demir Ostaprak hit the ground hard, grabbed his left ankle, and he's going to stay down. CJ Roberts goes for the second chance, no good. And now the officials call it. Demir Ostaprak, that left ankle.
Tried to get up a couple times there, but couldn't.
So in that huddle, if you're Fort Erie right now, keep pressuring the offensive glass. It's been working.
Oh, absolutely. Those offensive rebounds are everything for them right now, and the amount of three-point attempts they got off, imagine when those do start to land, those are going to be difference-making moments.
Right now, Vic Razzo instructing his team to get back to their identity. They love to run the floor, got to make smart decisions, and box out.
Box out for sure.
That's a big problem. They're good on the perimeter defense, but no responses underneath in the paint, and same for Fort Erie, too. They have to find some way to break that perimeter press and drive into the lane. You got a big guy over there in Gore. Don't know why you're not utilizing him more often.
Promise and Landu turns the corner, gets to the rack, protects it with two hands, and lays it in with the right. 2-point lead, Fort Erie back in front. A 2-for-1 opportunity for Ridley if they want it. Looks like they're going to dribble it out, and Landu with the steal. Out of bounds, the heel on the line.
We've seen that called many a times here in the OSBA championships. That gray line, very deceiving.
Anthony Ponga back in for the defensive possession. Dangor to the bench. Junior Jean-Marie will join the team in red on the floor. Eli Jolin subs out. 2-second difference. Game clock, shot clock. Ridley in their own backcourt. CJ Roberts just gives it to Promise and Landu. Shot clock off. Promise and Landu keeping an eye on the shot clock and an eye on Ethier. And now Ponga gives it right back. Hajazi picks up in Landu. And Landu blocked by Roberts, and Caleb Roberts couldn't get it off in time. And Promise and Landu helped off the floor from CJ Roberts, the pair of competitors showing sportsmanship here. 2-point lead, Fort Erie ahead over Ridley, 10 minutes gone in this OSBA men's championship match.
Promise and Landu being a difference maker, having tons of offense going on, and of course that steal right there, but that block was one to remember in this game for sure.
You mentioned earlier, JJ, that Ridley has to get back into their game, and those unnecessary passes led to those turnovers, so they were trying to play hurry up as we take a look at some highlights in the first quarter. And Promise and Landu getting blocked by CJ Robert, who says,
He read it perfectly, jumped up straight. You'll see it here. He comes over, elevates, stays up, waits for the ball to be released, and then hits it to the ground like he's playing volleyball.
I'm sure the Queens Gales, the champions, wanted that. A nice spike as we take a look at Fort Erie's bench. Kemi Osei with some instructions for the next 10 minutes. One of the keys, you could take contact, fine. But what matters is you got to beat that Ridley defense because they're beating you on the perimeter.
As for Ridley here, those rebounds and the offensive rebounds Fort Erie's getting is really hurting them right now. So if that's the one focus that they can do, they're going to be able to take away a ton of those extra possessions. Getting those quick rebounds is going to help them get back into transition and get into the play style that works for them.
Callum Smith, 2 fouls to his name. He took an early seat on the bench. Will we see him here in the second quarter, given what's at stake and only 5 fouls allowed per player?
So difficult, especially when you consider who you have on the opposing side of the bench with Fort Erie.
Caleb Roberts will start the second quarter by inbounding to Jackson Baker. And now CJ swings it. Baker on the far side. Eli Jolan pushes him back. Ethier, who's done a lot of the heavy lifting offensively for Ridley, can't get that to fall.
And he has a lot of touches, and yesterday a lot of free throws too, so it's good to see him get some touches.
Eli Jolan keeps the ball moving. Hijazi accepts junior Jean-Marie, and Jean-Marie leaves it short. That's going to stay here with Fort Erie off the fingertips of Omar Hijazi.
This is why Fort Erie has been able to get a handful of offensive rebounds midway into the first quarter. Boxing out, slapping it through in the air to find the open man.
Eli Jolan sets the screen, then releases. Jean-Marie looking down for Yimga. Yimga's wide open, calling for it. Eli Jolan back to the basket, fades away, elevates, lets it go, and finds the bottom.
Doesn't get the baseline drive we've always wanted, but when the shot clock's ticking down, you need to get the cleanest look possible.
CJ Roberts gets inside the house, kicks it out. Wide open three. Quinton Ethier, front iron off the backboard, and that's out of bounds. CJ Roberts in the first quarter. 2 steals, 3 rebounds, 4 points, but 3 turnovers alone. In fact, he's got all 3 turnovers for Ridley.
That last turnover was in midcourt when he went for that unnecessary cross-court pass, and it cost them.
Promise and Landu working on Hijazi. Spins back to the right. Yimga underneath, couldn't corral it. And Ridley on the run.
Well, that was an awkward pass, kind of a chest pass to the knees there, coming from Promise and Landu.
Caleb Roberts up and under, didn't have enough spin on it. Fort Erie have numbers, but Caleb Roberts gets back in time. Dangor at the scorer's table, ready to check in. Eli Jolan into the body, pulls it back, and it's another 2 points for Jolan.
He's committed to Santa Clara, so this is his last season here with Fort Erie, and he wants to make it count and walk away with a gold medal.
Fort Erie in front by 6, 2 minutes gone in the second. Hijazi alone kicks it out. Baker doesn't get the bounce, and Ponga pushes the pace. And Landu with 1 to beat it. CJ Roberts, and Roberts comes away with the steal, but steps out of bounds.
Those little turnovers definitely starting to add up for Ridley, shaking the confidence a little bit here.
Crew guard. And Dangor bringing in some size, and here comes Callum Smith. Playing with 2 fouls. Hijazi steps out.
And Hijazi's done an exceptional job underneath, whether if it's sharing the sugar for the extra pass or just finishing strong. There's no doubt in my mind that we'll see him again within the next few moments.
Jolan, jump stop, kick out, Gore, extra pass, and Landu lets it fly. Off to the right, off of Smith and out of bounds.
Unfortunate, but it's all kismet for Fort Erie to get another break.
Kemi, OSBA Men's Championship game live from the Toronto Pan Am Sports Center. Keep it locked on OSBA TV.
That went right off his head.
Wet Grip Microfiber wicks away sweat to maintain superior handles. Spalding Shooter Seam is designed for instant ball recognition. Rotationally balanced butyl bladder provides ultimate air. Official high school game ball of over 20 state adoptions. Built for hardwood hooping.
One hand off the rim. Is that a rebound?
Rebound and stuff because you're clutching the ball as you go down, you see. Control.
Vic Razzo leading this Ridley College, looking to go back-to-back for the third time in his career. He did it as a Carleton Raven as a player, just this past season as head coach of the Niagara River Lions, looking to do it again as head coach of the Ridley College Tigers, and wouldn't that be something?
Something to mow down on. You remember last year, it took a lot of guts to defeat that Houghton Prep team for the championship, but somehow, some way, the Razzo family always finds a championship. Long two.
Jump ball as Caleb Roberts tried to snatch that away when he got two hands on it, but Ponga, strong as anyone on the court. It'll stay here with Fort Erie.
Once again, C.J. Roberts making everyone hold their breath for a second as he hits the ground. Take another look. The three-point attempt from Joe Lannon just gets tangled up. Ponga's shoulders too.
Jolan baseline attack and gives it right to Baker. And Baker turns it up, but not too quickly, as he wants to make sure he's got teammates ahead of him. Callum Smith working on crew guard. Got to be physical in the paint. Smith with the baby hook, no good. Guard snatches the loose ball and leads Gore the other way. Oh, the pass intended for Ponga in the corner ends up in the front row.
Fifth turnover for Fort Erie into the game. Back to the rebounding thing at the end of the first 10 minutes. A +2 for Fort Erie, 5 of them coming from the O boards.
Caleb Roberts out and on the run. Turns Jolin inside out, floats it, no good. Second chance, no good. And how many second chance opportunities can Caleb Roberts have? Promised Landu. Right there, C.J. Roberts forces it out of his hand. Eli Jolin, 4 feet beyond the arc, misses. Callum Smith couldn't clamp down on it, and out of bounds, going to stay here with Fort Erie.
Well, Callum Smith comes back into the game. Fort Erie gets their bigs back into the game as well, yet majority of the shots coming from around the perimeter, knowing Callum Smith has those 2 fouls. So Fort Erie maybe wants to look to attack and drive in on Callum Smith, see if they can try to send him back to the bench.
Landu and Gore work top side. C.J. Roberts stays right with Gore on the spin move, gets the strip on the second one on the ground. Tied up, possession going the way of Ridley.
The effort coming from the Roberts brothers, the 2 of them together, but specifically CJ, to just get his hand on that. No contact involved, but just affect Den and Gore in the slightest way to trigger that is insanely impressive.
Promising Landu to the bench. Junior Jean-Marie takes the court. Ridley College stuck 6. Caleb Roberts gives it up to C.J. Roberts. Top side gets the step. Callum Smith all alone, and he makes no mistake.
The cleanest look he's had all night long, and it started from the right side. And the moment he knew he was open for the pass, he started sprinting.
Crew guard well beyond the arc, looking for Ponga. Smith sends him a little bit further. Caleb Roberts stays with Ponga, slips, and Ponga finger roll, no good. Crew guard has the rebound with 2 hands. Foul on the floor.
Oh, had Ponga made that shot, that would have been on the highlight reel 100%.
Baker picks up the foul, his second. And for a second, Callum Smith was holding his breath.
He just went completely pale, lost the light out of his eyes for a second.
Ponga tiptoes the line, leaves it short. Caleb Roberts leads the charge, 5-on-3. Roberts navigates tight space. Jolin keeps it moving. Baker over the screen. Jean-Marie finds Jolin on the flare. Inside to the body of Callum Smith, stolen. And C.J. Roberts gets downhill. And he draws contact from Jean-Marie. 2 free throws upcoming for Roberts after he catches his breath.
How many times have we seen that? He's been the catalyst of the fast break throughout not only the tournament, but throughout the season. So you have to imagine a lot of bumps, bruises, and buckets for which he was able to produce in the last few games. But man alive, this is where the fatigue kicks in. And he has to remember, he could take all the time in the world in free throws to regain his stamina.
One thing that Fort Erie, what triggered that steal, and of course this play right here, is a low underhand pass in the paint. You can't be having that. You got to eliminate that immediately, because just when you think there's no one there and it's an easy handoff, this is exactly what happens. C.J. Roberts getting involved. 1
foul aside. Roberts misses the first, eyes the second, and it rattles through. Ridley College 21, Fort Erie 22. As we approach halfway through the second quarter, Anthony Ponga brings it up. They'll find Pierre-Charles Yimga on the far side. He's looking for the entry pass. It's a little late. And now Jolin working on Callum Smith. He wants the matchup. Clear out the side. Razzle, dazzle, fading, jumping. And it's good from Jolin.
The angle on that shot, I honestly thought he was too close to the baseline to get a clean look off, but you can never doubt Eli Jolin.
Even the jumping Jolin.
Kick. CJ up and under. Blocked by Jolin. Ponga leads the fast break. Jean-Marie out of bounds. The second out of bounds call against Fort Erie here in the second quarter.
You have to admire their effort. They were trying to attack the far side, but jumping Jolin with the shot of the night as we head into a timeout. Or correction, subs.
Promise and Landu, Dangor back into the game, and a warning was just issued to Anthony Ponga for the untucked jersey.
A lot of those in the last 48 hours.
C.J. Roberts on the floor in the front court. Caleb Roberts playing catch with Ethier, tries to turn the corner, and Ethier slides out of bounds.
If Fort Erie wants to attack the hole, they need to get some crisp passes right away and get Ngor active immediately. He could set a pick, get a good PAR off of him. He's their only hope. There it is.
Jean-Marie waiting in the wings, catch and fire, nothing but nylon for Jean-Marie. Timeout on the floor, Vic Razzo stuck 6. Ridley College behind the 8 ball, 4:08 to go in the second quarter. We'll step aside, stick with us.
We built this for Canadian hoops fans. From rising youth talent to Team Canada stars, follow it all in one spot. Talk hoops, share takes, earn points, and unlock exclusive rewards all in one place. Score a trip to watch your favorite Canada basketball athlete, sign gear, exclusive merch, and VIP moments with your favorite players. From every province, for every player. This is for us. It's easier if we just show you.
Excellent spot with all the names representing this country, from the NBA's MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, to the woman who just handed out the Finals MVP award to Chance Berry, Letitia Amaher, Part of the Atlanta Dream in the WNBA. Representation all across this country. Some of the stiffest competition here in the province of Ontario.
And think about it, later on this summer, the Toronto Tempo will have their maiden voyage in the WNBA, so more exposure
Hopefully.
to Canadian talent.
Yeah, we hope.
We hope.
We're still waiting on that CBA to be finalized. The deadline given by the league to the Players Union was March 10th, and it is now March 8th, so 2 days' time we'll find out how that plays out. Meanwhile, we turn our attention back to the product on the floor here at the Toronto Pan Am Center. An illegal screen from Damir Ostaprak, who finds himself back on the court after leaving with that ankle injury. Fresh tape job.
Yeah, it's great to see him back. You don't see many of those calls. Probably, I think, the first one we've seen today.
We saw one in the women's championship game, which was pretty much down to the wire on the sideline, but nevertheless, still a 6-point game.
Promising Landu works to the left, gets up with that D-cell as C.J. Roberts blows by.
It's all about timing. Those two are so competitive with each other. Promising Landu making the smart play.
Hijazi turns baseline and foul on Yimga.
I believe Yimga was thinking he was going to spin on his right side, but instead Hijazi relied on his left side for more momentum, and that's where the contact came in.
Eli Jolan will replace Yimga. And Caleb Roberts to inbound from the baseline. Ethier catch, release, and it's tickles the twine.
Ethier on Fuego from three-point land. That has to be his third trifecta.
Right on the money, Aaron. And Landu gets the step, kicks to the corner. Ponga lets it fly, no good. Hijazi secures it off the iron. No fast break opportunity. Hijazi pulls it back out and settles it with the primary ball handler in Caleb Roberts. Quick step to the left. He gets it off, but doesn't get it to fall, and back to the free throw line goes Caleb Roberts. Jean-Marie picks up his second. So we take another look. Quick first step. And that hand on the left hip, enough to create contact, and officials seeing it all day long. Callum Smith back onto the court. And Davin Laroselier for Fort Erie, crew guard to the scorer's table. Roberts connects on the first.
More paint presence for the Falcons. One of the reasons why crew guard is checking back in.
Roberts connects on the pair, and crew guard back in because Callum Smith's back in. And this is the matchup in the front court that you love to see in a championship game.
One of my keys to the game, rely on your bigs right from the jump. Now you have Gore and Gar in for Fort Erie trying to combat Callum Smith.
And that was foolish. Grabbed his jersey, and it was evident. The entire gym, even the people in the parking lot saw it.
Yeah, that's a big issue there for Ridley, having Callum Smith with 3 fouls now, and the way that Fort Erie reacted to them getting that call, you know it's conscious from them in their head. They want Callum Smith out of this game. He's one of the biggest threats Ridley has to challenge their bigs, and just like that, crew guard will also take a break because Denning Gore can definitely hold it down while Callum Smith is on the bench.
So Callum Smith has that upgraded to an unsporting foul, 2 free throws, and the ball as crew guard has to come back into the game. Anthony Ponga will sub back out for the free throws.
That's huge. That's a huge momentum shift right here as Fort Erie already has the 3-point lead.
Big problem too for Ridley. They have to go back their small ball lineup and rely on Omar Hijazi to take the brunt of the front line for them for the what could be the rest of the half.
Yep.
Crew guard 1 for 2, and now he'll sub out. Fort Erie ball on the sideline. And the call was made from the near side. Eli Jolin. Rossilier tries to break free, and he'll settle it down with Landu. Landu pulls it off the mark. Ethier with the rebound. Had it knocked loose by Jolin. Caleb Roberts there into the front court. Pulls it back out. Baker down on the block to Ethier, working on Ponga. Ethier elevates. No good. And smacked out of bounds by CJ Roberts. I talked to Promise and Landu last night after their win, and I asked him what the mentality was heading in for the hot start that he had, and he had 2 words: just win.
Al Davis there?
He hasn't really given us more than 2-word answers all season long.
No.
Very quiet, composed, but the way he plays basketball speaks volumes.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. The words, he means it. He's not just saying that to get out of the question there. He's got a clear vision, and he's simple message all the time.
And he's been key of Fort Erie going back inside on the offensive attack.
Fort Erie in the huddle, up by 4, 2:17 to go. They've been controlling the tempo, the offensive glass, and they've gotten great looks most of the time. How can they continue that? Steve Houston instructing the crew.
Well, it still comes down on boxing out. Defensively, if you want to shut Ridley down, you have to make sure you're set on defense immediately, because we haven't seen a lot of fast break opportunities in the second quarter, Haley. So it gives you just enough time to know what you want to do defensively. Don't overcommit, because a handful of the fouls which led them to the lines is just one player doing a selfish play or just being too late on the assignment.
Yep. Completely agree with you there. I think it's not overdoing it, but committing to what you're doing. Of course, with a little bit of caution, though. The best plays are coming from those who are stopping on a dime, using that pivot foot to their advantage as well.
Dangor looking for space in the painted area. Kicks it out to Jolin. Resetting. Far side, Ponga. Tiptoeing the baseline. Keeps it inbound. Here is Gore. Catch and release. Nothing but net.
It's automatic. Originally, Ridley thought without the bigs inside they could take advantage, but no, Gore just popped out upstairs and knocked down the triple.
CJ Roberts tries to get the step on Landu. Spins. Gets the left hand. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Gore wants it more. 33-26. Under 90 seconds to go until the half. Eli Jolin calling for the screen. 10 on the shot clock. Gore picked up by Caleb Roberts. Davin Larossilier lets it fly and finds the bottom.
That's how you match your jersey number late in the shot clock. He was parked out right in the corner, and he let it fly.
Oh, yeah, and Gore sacrificing his body for that pass right there. Perfect connection.
Hijazi hands it back to CJ Roberts. And Baker comes up. Turns on Larossilier. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Baker inside. Draws the foul. Second foul on Davin Larossilier.
One problem about trying to guard a guard down low in the paint is trying to double team him. And when you're clustered up like that, doesn't give you a lot of options, too many hands in there, and that forces a foul.
Jackson Baker makes good on the first. The second back iron, Hijazi gets it. One dribble, loses it. You should just go right back up with it there, because that is what you risk when you put the rock to the deck. Promise and Landu over the double screen, top side. Picked up by Hijazi. Eli Jolin kicks it out. Gore, another catch and release, and another result that favors Fort Erie.
No paint presence, no matter. Dang Gore keeps on getting wide open.
Caleb Roberts gets the switch. gives it up. CJ elevates, goes up strong, comes down hard, and a blocking foul inside the semicircle was Anthony Ponga.
He's taken quite the beating this weekend.
He's going to keep trying to win rounds with the floor, but the floor ain't going to let up. High impact play. Ponga's feet within that semicircle. Again, CJ Roberts, 59% free throw shooter on the season. Ridley College, 1 foul to give, 9.3 remaining. 2 free throws here for CJ Roberts. Gets the bounce.
For a second there, it looked like he released it a bit hard, went off the back iron, but got the friendly bounce.
The second tickles the twine. 39-29, 10-point lead for Erie ahead. Tutu Akuntak into the game, and CJ Roberts with the steal. Goes up off glass, no good. Eli Jolin catches it high. Anthony Ponga quickly ahead. Gore does not get it off in time, and a block by Ethier. 20 minutes gone, 10-point lead for Erie ahead of Ridley College, looking to knock off the reigning champs here in the OSBA Men's Championship Final. Keep it locked here on OSBA TV on YouTube. We'll step aside for the halftime break. For the quarterfinal matchup at the Canadian National Basketball Championships Men's 15U side. Big news for Ontario. Mateo Moyes makes his debut at the national tournament. Ontario have a day off that could, go against them. I expect them to be prepared, but Newfoundland are still in the rhythm of winning.
Of course, Ontario had that extra time, the day off, to work on some things that needed to be worked on, but again, you never know, the mentality can be a little down, but I'm assuming this is going to be a very great and close game here.
It appears as though Newfoundland and Labrador are just going to give Ontario the first possession. All 4 players in the backcourt, but there's Osage to pick up the rebound. Brandon Clark to the rack, shrugging off the attempt to block him from getting to that position. Dejo quickly into the front court, looking downhill, picks up the head of steam. Clark attacking the rim again. Just too strong. Ahead to Walters. Walters, 1-2 stepping in the lane, floats it up and through. Over 2 white jerseys, 14-8. 2:20 left in the first. Woodrich with the response from the corner.
We're getting good shots off of drives and stuff, but we're not really running our sets. But at least you guys are getting open shots, DKS. But let's settle it down. You guys got to take control. Praise. Give it to Nikki. Go through. Nikki L will set the pick. Come off. Got the one more action right there.
50-22 Ontario lead. Dejo, shifty. Gets back to the basket, finishes with the right. Back to Shepard. That rattles through, and
notice Newfoundland and Labrador slagging back a little bit and not coming out as high on the primary ball handler in that zone coverage. Boyce picks his lane, elevates off glass for 2. Sauget gets back up, second chance, no, third chance will roll through.
Wow, he's doing a great job of what we talk about all the time when you kind of get that rebound and instead of just like hopping right back up for an off-balance shot, actually taking your time, setting your feet and going up strong.
Hammond again bulldozing his way to the rack. He's got the frame of a linebacker that could probably play on the practice squad in the CFL somewhere.
True.
Ontario will take on its first opponent in the tournament, British Columbia.
All right, Coach, you've been in this position before, 2 wins away from hoisting the trophy. What was your message to your team after that win against Newfoundland?
Message was to stay consistent, stay ready. In our situation, sometimes our guys can get complacent, but they've done a great job in staying locked in, and I'm proud of them.
Bray's had a great game, 7 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, a pair of steals, and a pair of blocks. Him being the captain of this team, what are you asking from him on a day in, day out basis?
For him, we're asking him to be our leader. He's been a great leader. He's shown great leadership. He's one of our generals on the court. He sets the tone for us offensively, defensively.
We feel good, going into the semifinal game, bringing up the energy and stuff. So I think we're feeling pretty good going into the game.
I'll use my experience from last year. We're in a similar situation with Alberta. They're going to make adjustments. We have to watch our film and make our adjustments and come ready.
Appreciate the time. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Here's Erie. Andrea Manana. Screened by Rivard. Back out. That's a good one. So Quebec finally put some points on the drive. Put a shot up. That's good. Great tough bucket by Danica Pahis for her first points of the game. And Ontario is able to get back out. So the first quarter ends 9-6 in favor of Ontario against Quebec. Here's Enyujukin driving easily, using her strength to her advantage and bullying St. Ange for the 2 points.
Just use that power, use that strength, makes up for her foul.
Breaking ankles, Maya Manners. Romansour's on the floor, the 3 can't be finished, but it's back to Pahis in the paint. That one rolls in. Jackson, that might have been our first ankle breaker of the tournament.
Now, one time, we're gonna go 32 half court. Okay? One time. 32 half court. And then we're in blue on a score. Blue back to man on a score. Okay?
14-10 for Ontario. Here's Marcotte. Great layup attempt on the bigger defender from Marcotte. Here's Maya Manners now, finding Gutierrez Daly. Great pass, great IQ to find her teammate, and 2 easy points. The first half ends 22-16 in favor of Ontario. Almost stolen there by Jabbar. Enyujukin holds on to it, drives, right-hand layup, and she's used her physicality to her advantage a lot in this one and gets it done there. Out to Luke for 3. That's in. So Rain Marie. Jada Tomlin runs down the court and hits the easy 2 with the right-hand layup. Here's Luke now. Great find to Sienna Morrison. That's just a great play. Layup's no good. Pahis, though, is able to get the putback. Ontario is going to take this one and head 3-0 in the Canada National Basketball Championships year, with a 53-33 win.
Only 8 turnovers in that second half. What's the main message that really sparks the big performance in the second half?
It was definitely staying disciplined because we had a lot of fouls in the first half as well, right? Playing with our feet. And then, just taking care of the ball, reiterating kind of what we talked about. It was us doing it to ourselves. It wasn't necessarily their pressure defense. And just emphasizing that every time we were going to the rim, a lot of people were collapsing, so we needed to find the perimeter. And I thought we did that in the second half. It's definitely really special, for sure. Having those extra people who are able to come out. I'm hoping that we're even going to get more and more for Friday and Saturday. But not having parents have to travel and having the girls have their families here and play in front of them is very special. Even my own family is coming as well. So it's very special.
Built for hardwood hooping.
That will fix a lot.
And for Fort Erie, Aaron, if you're looking at any opportunity to improve, what are the keys?
Well, they have to find some way to break this perimeter defense set by Ridley as the three doesn't go off the mark. And make sure Dane Gore is situated at the paint instead of going for those catch-and-shoot threes. It's good that he has that in his arsenal, but the main thing is that's his field house. He should be attacking more and finishing strong.
Ethier, strong take, no good. Callum Smith kicks it out. Hijazi lets it fly. That misses everything. And C.J. Roberts hands it to Promise and Landu. Roberts tracking back, and Caleb Roberts goes for the steal. Comes up empty. Wide open. Anthony Ponga, no good. And Ethier finds Caleb Roberts, left-hand side. Stares down Dangor, and three other red jerseys, decides to pull it out. Caleb elevates, throws it up, and draws contact. Dangor picking up the foul. Caleb Roberts at the line. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe in the contest. 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 6 points for the MVP. He can't get that first to go.
And again, it comes back to defensive shifts for Fort Erie, which they had qualms with throughout the entire game.
The second no good, as you saw in that last replay, looking a little gingerly on those ankles. Eli Jolin, 8 points and 3 steals in the contest. 3 of Fort Erie's 4 steals coming from number 2. Tries to turn the corner, kicks it out. Anthony Ponga back to Jolin. He lets it fly. Front iron, guard with the rebound. And Jolin has it again. 10 on the shot clock. Turns the corner into the defense. Kicks it out, and Landu no good. And another rebound knocked out of bounds by crew guard. So guard on the floor every time. Callum Smith's on the floor. Smith playing with 3 personal fouls. The only one in the game with that many. And remember, you only get 5 in OSBA play. Ethier from the corner. Near iron. Ponga snatches it. Gore eyes up the front court. Slows it up. Leaves it for Ponga. The back cut off by Caleb Roberts, and now Gore works topside. Picked up by Ethier. Crew guard sets the screen. Callum Smith will pick up Dangor. He lets it fly, no good. And crew guard, back cut, Gore with the thunderous jam.
There you go. The thunder of Gore with that vicious slam is because of crew guard locating the ball off of that second chance.
Great awareness.
41-29. Hijazi attacks. Looking for Callum Smith, and he'll go to the line for 2. Foul on the backside. Crew guard picks up Fort Erie's second.
We'll get another look at that. C.J. Roberts bounced it off the ground so hard that crew guard was able to intercept and get it to Dangor.
Smith swishes the first.
And this has to be the first time, Haley, which we've seen an offensive board which leads into points instead of everybody slapping it down.
Yep.
Promise and Landu calmly over the timeline. Eli Jolin uses the screen and gets some space in and out. Knocked off the backboard by C.J. Roberts, right to Quinton Ethier, ahead to Caleb, unable to save it from going out of bounds, and Roberts ends up in the media's lap.
Almost end up around where Emily is. But it goes to show the effort displayed by these great ballers, especially on championship weekend. All or nothing. And when you have seniors on the floor, they're playing like it is their last game in these uniforms.
11-point lead now, Fort Erie ahead. Junior Jean-Marie finds the ball back to Promise and Landu. Nearly had it stripped. 9 on the shot clock. Gives it up to guard. And Landu into the body of Smith, who stays upright and in his own spot. Jackson Baker to the right. Ethier all the way to the rack. Off glass. Counted and one. Ethier getting it done. And that's his younger brother, Carter Ethier, there, wearing number 0. A pair of brothers on Ridley College. Carter Ethier, Quinton Ethier, CJ, and Caleb Roberts.
Fast break. Ethier been on Fuego from outside. Now he's showing his work inside by having great balance as he spins his body around to get the foul and the and one.
Ponga with the foul will go to the bench. Junior Jean-Marie replaces him. Dangor, middle of the floor, kicks it to Jolin. Taps his toes, kicks it back out. And Landu working on C.J. Roberts. Jolin wants it. Caleb Roberts right there, pushes them back. 7 on the shot clock. Jolin, shimmy, shake. Couldn't connect, and Jackson Baker quickly into the path of Caleb Roberts. 1-2 step in and blocked by Jolin.
That was an amazing display of defense right there. First of all, Dangor going straight up, jumping up but not jumping from point A to B, just straight up in the air. And of course, Eli Jolin coming in for the swat. We'll get another look at right here. Oh, perfect. Just fingertips on it, enough to affect the play.
Ethier loses it out of bounds. The swarming defense of Jolin and Gore, enough to cause havoc in the corner. Eli Jolin takes the handoff, swings it to the near side. The ball keeps moving. Backside, Jolin trips up Baker. Patient, gets 4 players to blow by, and then Caleb Roberts sends Jolin to the floor. Pierre-Charles Yimga will substitute in. Dangor gets a breather. Nearly 4 minutes gone in the third quarter. Fort Erie in their return to the OSBA, looking to knock off the defending champs. Eli Jolin gets the first to go. And Jolin from the free throw line, now 1 of 1. Couldn't connect on the second. Loose ball tapped out by Smith and out to Landu. All sorts of time. Misses. Yimga, second chance opportunity. Junior Jean-Marie realizes nothing's available, so he sets it down. Crew guard. Releases off the screen. Landu all the way to the rack with the right. Off glass. Back to an 11-point lead. Too slippery in the corner, and things starting to unravel.
These turnovers adding up and becoming more and more costly as they pile on top of each other.
All of them coming from the dead zone, known as the corner. Not a lot of space to work with, not a lot of space to drive.
Anthony Ponga will replace Promise and Landu. Junior Jean-Marie carries the ball over the half court, hands it off. Jolin swings. Back door not there. Anthony Ponga keeps it moving. Krugard has a mismatch down low. Fort Erie don't recognize it. Anthony Ponga into the painted area. Just throws it up, no good. And that is a foul being called from the official nearest the timeline.
More and more traffic underneath the basket. I get you trying to box it out.
Having miscommunications here.
The officials just getting on the same page. Ridley knew that they were getting possession on their own baseline. So Eli Jolin picks up the foul. And Fort Erie out of fouls to give. Meanwhile, Ridley College just won in the quarter. 5:04 to go.
Oh yeah, that's a big deal there, and Ridley could definitely use that to their advantage in a tight situation and try to get back and closer to cut this deficit.
Baker finds Ethier on the cut. Double team, Smith, floater, no good, and Jolin has it, stripped by CJ. Caleb Roberts, all alone on the perimeter, gets to the soft space, up and under, no good. Bodies on the floor. Official comes over. Jump ball, Ridley ball. 14 on the shot clock.
The jump ball will go to Ridley College. 14 on the shot.
CJ Roberts getting his hands down low, knocking the ball loose. Giving Ridley another possession. Catch and release, counted and one for the MVP.
Forget about Eli Jolin getting that tough shot. How about Caleb Roberts off of the inbounds? That was pretty.
Rack it up.
Right off of the inbounds pass, and he just let it fly because he knew the double team was coming to him.
And
great shot.
Junior Jean-Marie just moved into the landing zone. The 4-point play, good for the MVP. 4:32, 44-37. Fort Erie still in front. CJ Roberts jumping the lane, thought it touched Jolin's fingertips. It'll stay here with Fort Erie, and Promising Landu's break is over.
Well, that's a big deal there. Ridley obviously doing the best they can with Promising Landu having some off minutes there, but of course the physicality specifically for CJ and Caleb Roberts going to be a lot more intense now with Landu back on the court.
Krugard operating outside the three-point area. Anthony Ponga turns the corner with the right hand, no good. And Quinton Ethier headmans it. And that is going to be very close to a goaltend, but Eli Jolin got there in the nick of time.
The ball was right at its peak. As long as it didn't go down, no goaltend.
Vic Razzo imploring his Ridley College Tigers to focus on the fundamentals, leaving the discussions with the referees to him. Promising Landu directs traffic. He'll get it back topside. Inside, spinning and drawing contact. Caleb Roberts jumping into the lane. And now only one more foul to give for Ridley. Promising Landu at the line.
Such confidence from Fort Erie driving to the basket now, because that's something in the first to get your speed, and you're going to get the ability to attack inside for the rest of the way.
And Landu makes good on the pair. 9-point game. Pierre Charles Yimga fouls Quinton Ethier, and that'll send Ethier to the line as he moved through the paint.
You do not want to get Quinton Ethier to the line. The way he's been playing in the last few days, he has been on fuego at the foul line. Most of his points yesterday came at the foul stripe. So anytime you contact him, you have to expect to get an earful from your coach.
Yeah, extremely apparent in that game yesterday, and those free throws is kind of what triggered when they were down. It kind of helped them get, or not down, I think it helped extend that lead because Polaris Prep repeatedly kept getting contacted on Quinton Ethier, and it backfired hard on them.
And the Tigers are strong finishers, as we know.
7-point game, Fort Erie. Another half-court set within Landu. Getting to the rack, couldn't connect. Crew guard over the back.
Second foul against crew guard.
And you'll see here, guard just goes right over the back of Callum Smith, who had the space.
Yeah.
Callum Smith steps to the line. The big man sporting a black eye from the physicality of championship basketball can't connect on the first.
It all comes down to the 3 Bs, doesn't it? Bumps, bruises, and basketball.
Back iron, C.J. Roberts finds Jackson Baker. He loads one up. Front iron, no. Smith gets another offensive rebound. And that's going to stay here with Ridley. Pierre-Charles Yimga knocking it out. .11 on the shot clock. Quickly in to Caleb Roberts. Now Ethier back to Caleb. Fort Erie women trying to trick Caleb Roberts, whose high arcing 3 is off the mark. Shot clock resets. He'll reload. Same result. And Yimga and Jolan, teammates, fighting for the rebound. Yimga, middle of the floor. Dangor, back to Yimga. He elevates. And a foul on Smith. And Callum Smith only has one more foul to his name.
It's all about the aggressiveness and how you can contain it for the next 13 minutes here in regulation. And when it comes to Callum Smith coming out of the game, you're going to lose a lot of paint presence in there. But Ridley, to their credit, have been blocking it. It's an interesting story, too, as the first free throw goes down. We saw Fort Erie getting the offensive rebounds. Now on the other side of things, it's Ridley College being more aggressive on the box outs.
It's a 40-minute game. You've got to play them all. Back iron, and Jackson Baker able to secure it. Caleb Roberts, Jackson Baker, and Roberts wants it back. The logo, work.
Roberts absolutely brings to this team, finding those little lanes and being able to finish.
And Promise in Landu. Tries to get the step on Ethier, spins, keeps that pivot foot down, elevates, and gets it to go. Again, a man of few words, but his performance speaks volumes. Roberts picked up by Jolin now. Hijazi comes to set the screen. Roberts forced to his left hand, gets inside, and looking for the pass underneath, out of bounds, spiked by Jolin. Patience by Landu. Celebrates as he slides backwards. 3 seconds on the shot clock for Ridley. Quickly in. Hijazi finds space, elevates, and uses glass.
I believe Fort Erie was trying to pay attention to the inbounder, which led Omar Hijazi to get the wide open look.
2-possession game. 49-43. Fort Erie ahead of Ridley for the OSBA Men's Championship. Travel. Promise and Landu wants them to review it. Unfortunately, he can't convince the officials to review plays. It's only the 3 officials that can make that decision.
He picked up his pivot foot, and he was in a bad space right at the top of the key, so that's point blank for the officials.
Jackson Baker finds Ethier in the front court, working on Ponga. The double comes. Whip pass. Roberts, catch and shoot, finds the bottom.
And the second that left his hands, it was, you could tell, that was going straight in.
He's had a bunch of good looks from beyond the arc. None perhaps more important than that cuts the lead to 3. 1:15 to play in the third quarter. Ridley not going anywhere.
Not at all. Tough fight. First off, Promise in Landu. That was deep into the shot clock, mind you, so really doing good on the interior defense. But when it comes to Ridley College, look at the inbounds pass. Caleb Roberts blocking everybody to let Omar Hijazi follow through on the finish. And on the last possession, Caleb Roberts wide open, calm, cool, collected.
The kind of performance you need from your MVP when the game gets a little bit hairy. Ridley College looking to defend the championship. They took down Houghton Prep in a tight game last year, with Fort Erie out of the OSBA for the season. Fort Erie in the championship game the year before that, but Royal Crown won that, obtained the title. A minute 15 in the third quarter. 46 for Ridley, 49 Fort Erie, and it'll be Fort Erie ball on the baseline. Caleb Roberts steps up when the time is right.
Really important minute 15 here too. Ending this third off on a high note for both teams, extremely crucial.
Dangor finds Nlandu, and now he'll attack in the corner. Anthony Ponga elevates. That swirls around. Hijazi soars in to secure the board. Caleb Roberts under the bright lights gets the first step. Can't get the finger roll finish. Hijazi goes back up, no good. Loose ball is secured by Yimga. And Gore will give it to Nlandu. Nlandu, D-cell, and CJ Roberts reached forward when the shot was already too tough.
Obviously, and again with the body balance, not a lot of space to deal with. But that's one of the risks you take with Ridley now over the penalty.
Promise Nlandu, no stranger to the big stage. Represented Quebec previously at the national championships.
Get another look at the contact. Oh, arm is way down like a volleyball block.
Nlandu makes it a 2-possession game. 4 points now. He'll head to the bench. Junior Jean-Marie in. 33.3 to go. Ridley not electing to go for the 2-for-1. CJ Roberts finds a Hijazi top side. It'll come right back. Baker picked up by Gore. Roberts spins into the lane, elevates with the left, couldn't connect. Swallows up the rebound, goes up strong, and he's going to go back to the free throw line.
Well, he had ripped that rebound down for a second attempt. Get a better look here. There's just the contact on that one.
Omar Hijazi and Jackson Baker having a conversation at the midcourt. Hijazi wanted the ball on the block, and Jackson Baker reassured him that there was no way he could have gotten it there, with the defense being shown by Fort Erie. Long arms everywhere on the court.
Yeah.
CJ Roberts makes the pair. 2-point game. 10 seconds left. Junior Jean-Marie over the timeline. Kicks it. Ponga lets it fly, and that misses everything. Eli Jolin going for the circus shot, and it won't fall. 2-point game, 10 minutes to play. You're watching the OSBA Men's Championship game. It's the third quarter break. We'll step aside and be back with the final 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
We built this for Canadian Hoops fans. From rising youth talent to Team Canada stars, follow it all in one spot. Talk hoops, share takes, earn points, and unlock exclusive rewards all in one place. Score a trip to watch your favorite Canada basketball athlete, sign gear, exclusive merch, and VIP moments with your favorite players. From every province, for every player. This is for us. It's easier if we just show you.
Trying to bait Ridley into taking an early shot, chanting down the shot clock when it's around 8. It seemed like it's down.
And they know all they have to do is just look up the clock and the story will tell itself.
Ridley need to be composed. They know what it takes to win the championship. The majority of this team coming back from that championship squad last year, led by one of the best in Canadian basketball, Vic Razzo. Again, J.J. Evison, Haley Hopkinson, and Aaron Sanders here with you for the final 10 minutes and beyond. We'll have a post-game show with the awards celebration, a conversation with the MVP and head coach of the winning team, and wrap the whole weekend up. Yimga hands it off, and now Jean-Marie attacks. Dangor catch and shoot, front iron, Caleb Roberts the other way. He'll pull it back out, give it up to CJ, tries to get in space, dumped off at Jazzy, one dribble, kick out, extra pass. Roberts thought about it, steps in, Ethier doesn't think about it, back iron. Jean-Marie with the board. Anthony Ponga uses the screen from Jolan. He'll reset at the top. Hijazi stays down. Jolan tries to shake Hijazi, turns him around. Jolan jump stop underneath. Yimga has it knocked loose. 2-on-1 the other way. Dangor tracking back and knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be a baseline possession for the Tigers.
Smart thing to do with Gore being right out of the play. But we've seen at the start of the fourth quarter, J.J. Gore going right back to the three-point line, which wasn't one of the reasons why Fort Erie got back in the ball game. He needs to find some way to cut right down deep.
Caleb Roberts gets the switch, makes his move inside, baseline cut, not there. Roberts keeps the pivot foot down, finger roll for the MVP.
And a tie game now, so that's real big for Ridley. They're fully back in this, and this is a brand new game starting right now.
Promise and Landu had nothing. 10 on the shot clock for Jolan to operate. He picks up the dribble and defers to Dangor. Working on Hijazi, and Hijazi reaches in. Gasping for air. And Hijazi wants a little extra bake, so he'll untie and retie his shoe. As you see the hand.
Right into the bread basket.
Yimga, right back to Jean-Marie, tiptoeing the sideline, finds Landu on the top side. Stutter step, and Landu, finger roll, no good. Ethier, quickly, Caleb Roberts. Nothing coming from the Ridley Tigers running their lanes, so Roberts slows it down. Oh, inside out dribble, back iron, Gore above the crowd. Jolan given a sliver of space, tries to get by Hijazi, and now Gore unable to corral it cleanly. Ethier right there with him. Gore up off glass with the left, then goes for a swim.
Mismatch, because it first looked like it was too much dribbling, but he found some way to deliver off of the left side.
Fort Erie regained the lead. Caleb Roberts gets the first step up and with the right.
And that's a pretty shot right there.
Promise and Landu's turn. Baseline spin. 3 steps goes uncalled. Gore, top side. Off the iron and into the hands of Caleb Roberts. He's going to try and turn Jean-Marie inside out. Spins, fades, connects.
Insane shot. He saw his options, didn't like it, but more.
Promise and Landu. Goes between the legs, gets by all alone off the glass.
Those are mistakes that can't happen for Ridley.
CJ over the timeline. Jean-Marie sticks with him. CJ. Gore on the backside. Yimga gets a hand in the passing lanes. Turnover.
Wow, the awareness. First of all, a brave move for Daniel Gore to get his hands in there. Risky moves.
Space created by Charles Yimga going through the lane. Promise and Landu lets it fly and connects. Fort Erie ahead by 3. Ridley call a timeout. Each team with 2 timeouts left.
We got to get another look. He drops CJ Roberts, and they couldn't have hit a bigger 3 in that moment.
A collapse in the defense for Ridley, just staying around in the paint without branching out, and the Fort Erie lot is coming alive.
Well, partially alive because of the 3, partially alive because of the free merch.
They love the merch.
I don't know if you saw any of those Team Ontario basketball jerseys, the reversible ones. They're quite nice.
I saw them. They are very nice. I'd be doing that too if they turned this way. You guys are going to feel the platform shake.
No, don't let the platform shake.
No.
Holding on for dear life.
Oh. Thought when you guys were pranking me for a second.
No. We know better than that.
Fort Erie doing well in the half court and preventing Ridley from running out in transition. Ridley doing a better job of grabbing defensive rebounds and preventing Fort Erie from getting second chance opportunities.
And when Gore is out of the assignment, that helps them out in a huge way.
Callum Smith on the floor, but crew guard nowhere to be found. And guard missed his opportunity to check in. Jackson Baker gets the double. And a toe out of bounds. Out of the timeout for Ridley with a turnover. That's not championship basketball.
Not at all. When Junior Jean-Marie stepped up across the half-court line, it was all but over for Ridley on that play.
And now Promise and Landu operates on the near side. Yimga gets some separation for Nlandu, working on Baker. Knocked loose, foul called. Baker picks up his 3rd. Second team foul against Ridley, 4 minutes gone.
We'll get another look here at the contact. Yeah, hands in his area far too much. I mean, even just the look of that.
Dangor looking for somebody to give it to, and Jean-Marie comes. Yimga comes up to set the screen again. Smith flashes out. Yimga gets away with a pull, and another 3 from Nlandu.
Everything turning up for Erie right now. Putting together strings of fantastic plays, and Ridley getting stuck with these turnovers that are costing them a lot right now. And another one.
Nlandu well beyond the arc, and that misses everything. Somehow Yimga saves it.
Crossover in that big shot right there. And that was because Callum Smith decided to turn around and head back to the basket to box out. But when you don't have coverage like that, you're going to have those wide open looks.
Out on Nlandu. Step back 3 again, testing the hot hand, no good. Ponga has the board, finds Nlandu on the reload, no good, and this time Baker settles it down. 2-possession game, 5 minutes to go. CJ Roberts brings up Smith. Roberts loses the handle and just accepts the fate of the over and back.
The pressure from Gore forced it all. And we see Ridley collapsing when they get close to the half-court line. Turnover number 1 a few moments ago, and now that backcourt violation. Things are beginning to open up for the Falcons.
No time to fester on the mistake. Move on to the next play. Joel Friesen, assistant coach for Ridley College, imploring one more stop for the Tigers. Dengor, 4 on the shot clock. Tries to shake Ethier, spins, and fires off the mark. Loose ball, shot clock violation, and they prevent Ridley from getting out on the run.
Shot clock violation against Ridley.
Razzo clear on what he expects from the offense on this possession. Can the personnel execute? The previous 2 offensive looks led to turnovers. Caleb Roberts tries to get by Jean-Marie. Smith comes back up. Roberts uses him. Continues to move. Gets around. High off glass. No good, and punched out by Smith.
Crew guard stepping up right around the key to force that difficult shot with 4:12 to go.
Promise and Landu picked up by C.J. Roberts. Guard to set the screen. Now Gore hands it off to Ponga, and it resets at the top. Baker tries to stay with, and Landu count the basket and the foul. Jackson Baker picks up his 4th. He's got 4, Smith has 4. Ridley call a timeout. We'll send it to a quick break. 3:57 to go. On the other side, another free throw from Promise and Landu as he gets downhill through contact over the outstretched arm of C.J. Roberts. Another look because it was so nice. Into the body, elevates, high arcer, off the glass, gets the bounce. We'll be right back.
This is crazy. And they continue to stretch out this lead and clamp down defensively, make life difficult for the Ridley Tigers. Baker on the floor with 4, Smith on the floor with 4. Promise and Landu steps to the line. No fouls on Fort Erie here in the 4th quarter. And Landu makes good.
Phenomenal way to contain your fouls, and there's no need to commit some fouls when you're up by 9. It's just a matter of stopping Ridley when they get into their half-court set.
The Roberts brothers collide, and Landu almost read that perfectly. Ethier gets inside, kicks it out. Baker dials it up, back iron. CJ taps it to Caleb. He fires off the iron, and then CJ up through the contact of guard off the glass for 2.
CJ Roberts doing everything to give extra possessions and big chances to Ridley. A great look to tap it to his brother for the 3-point attempt.
CJ Roberts deflects it into the backcourt. Travel as the ball stuck to Promise and Landu's hip.
C.J. Roberts responsible on that big defensive play. He will hover in all over you and make your night difficult, and that's what they've been able to do.
Caleb Roberts into Jackson Baker. The first action running through Smith. Far side with Caleb Roberts. All net, and only net for Baker.
Well, they needed that big team morale boost close or something like that. This game felt really far away. In reality, it's only a 4-point game right now.
And Landu with the flamingo floater away from the basket, no good. Caleb Roberts recomposes himself, gets underneath and throws it away, but Smith there to clean it up. Ethier lets it fly. Off the mark, CJ Roberts couldn't tap it in, and Eli Jolin will grasp it with two hands.
And a smart idea for Callum Smith not to bump into it for the rebound, or else that would have been his last foul.
Jolin beyond the arc. Crew guard sets the screen. Smith nearly gets called for the foul. Guard over top. This will be a foul on the play. Under 2 to go. And if that's on Baker, his night's over. And it is. Jackson Baker has fouled out of the game. Omar Hijazi comes in.
We'll get another look at the contact. Oh, couldn't see it too clear on that one, but regardless, Baker's night is over.
Guard steps to the free throw line. Waiting for the substitution to become official.
And remember, they get time to get one of the subs in after a player fouls out, so gives them plenty of time. And if you're Fort Erie, you got to be wondering, come on, hurry up so I can get the free throw down. It just kills the momentum.
Eli Jolin out. Anthony Ponga checks in. And Hijazi replaces Jackson Baker. Guard bricks the first. Here's the look.
That's pretty close.
There's definitely contact, whether it was Baker or Smith. You don't know. Both of them with 4, so pick your poison.
Guard connects on the second, 65-59. 2-possession game, 6 points the difference. (64-59), the scoreboard unchanged. Jump stop, Ethier, gonna go to the line.
Well, like you were mentioning earlier, Aaron, Ethier getting to the line in yesterday's game against Polaris, came up in some really big clutch moments. Just a smart player, knows kind of when to get to the contact, never really looking for it. Everything he's doing is good quality shots, but it works out.
Well, he's taking most of the food off of Callum Smith's plate because he knows he's playing with a huge risk with one more foul to go as the first free throw goes down. So if you have more people in for Ridley to help reduce the load of Callum Smith, it could work out. And again, they got the speed.
3 points the difference. Fort Erie ahead. Promising Landu with the ball in his hands, defers to Eli Jolin. He clears up the side, wants to go one-on-one with Smith. He drops him, elevates, no good, and Caleb Roberts has the ball. Down by 3. The ball in the MVP's hands. He gets the step into the paint. Off glass, no good. Back to the free throw line goes the Tigers.
Fort Erie still with a couple of fouls to give. And here's Junior Jean-Marie trying to help out, and then the contact up front. Nothing you can do about that.
Fort Erie with 2 timeouts remaining. Ridley just 1. Caleb Roberts at the line.
Definitely overtones a championship game between Ridley and Houghton.
The second goes. 2 points the difference now. And Landu over to Jean-Marie and right back. Gore can't get the first step on Ethier. Back to it, and Landu it goes. And Landu peeks at the clock, has to throw it up, and that's a shot clock violation.
I don't think he realized. I don't think he realized until literally he looked up and saw 2 seconds.
They should have kept the ball with Gore.
Ponga back into the contest. 2-point game.
Oh, that could be a costly error.
Ridley hanging around just long enough to take a stab at defending their championship. The Fort Erie fans getting rowdy in the far corner. Caleb Roberts nearly turns it over. Ethier able to collect it. Bounce pass. Smith over top, no good, and Krugard has it. 5-second difference. Game clock, shot clock.
Kemi Osei saying to slow it down.
The ball finds the hands of Promise and Landu. And he'll let the clock tick down. Roberts allowing a Landu space here. And now Hijazi steps up. And Landu through the lane, finger roll, no good. Hijazi kind of on the floor, but they're not going to take it. Ethier throws it up. And Vic Razzo, the expression on his face says it all. Fort Erie back in the OSBA and on top for the 2025-2026 season. Have you ever seen a court stormed in the OSBA? It's happening now. For the Falcons, the question they make their...
Kemi Osei keeping his promise on the floor when the chips were down, and they're right back on top. What a finish.
Heartbreak for Caleb Roberts and the Ridley College Tigers. And it hurts much more when you're that close.
And as defending champions, you can't help but to keep your head up because you had a whole year defending the championship.
For Dengengor, his smile's never been bigger. Eli Jolang, Krugard, and the crew with the chants that echo through the building here at the Toronto Pan Am Center. A replay of the lob shot that almost tied it, and the rebound that may have secured it before the final buzzer went.
And that's when Kemi Osei said, slow it down. You have the rock, you have the points. Callum Smith, a good look for the jump hook. Just wouldn't find the bottom of the barrel. And then the celebration just started from there.
Promise and Landu led this team from the very tip to the final buzzer. The awards about to be presented at center court. We'll start with the silver medals and then get to the gold, followed by the championship MVP. We'll have a conversation with him and with head coach Kemi Osei. You're going to want to hear what they have to say. We'll be right back once the medals have been handed out.
feel so bad.
once again, the Fort Erie Falcons holding the fort down. A promise kept as they take back the OSBA championship after being down a year. And if you felt the room shake, that was the court storming. And here comes the announcement of the MVP.
There was truly no doubt about it. Promise and Landu. This isn't even just an MVP for this whole game. It's MVP for this entire tournament. There's no doubt anywhere in any of those games that he did not give that an MVP performance.
The ability that he's had going down the line. We'll see him again in the All-Canadian games, part of the OSBA second team, but a performance like that, he has to be in the championship's first team into the regular season with 14 points a contest while shooting 42. Those are big numbers, and of course, he stepped up big time in the championship game as they dethroned the Ridley College Tigers, denying their chances of back-to-back championships. So final thoughts, Haley, as we wrap this all up. Our voices are tired, but it was worth it. The players are tired too, but a job well done for all the teams, especially the crew here at the Toronto Pan Am Sports Center.
Yes, absolutely. And Fort Erie proving that they were, in fact, not overhyped this season. The hype was well deserved. And we're going to be back soon with JJ getting an interview with MVP Promise and Landu. Stick with us. Don't go anywhere.
Been an incredible season of our coverage of OSBA basketball for a 10th season. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. In just a moment, we'll hear from JJ Evison and the final MVP, Promise and Landu, along with head coach Kemi Osei. So for now, on that note, for Haley Hopkinson and the entire OSBA TV crew, it is good night from us. We thank you for tuning in. It's time to send it down to JJ Evison, who's with the victorious Fort Erie Falcons. JJ?
Back inside here with the Fort Erie Falcons, the newly crowned champions of the OSBA in their return to the OSBA MVP. Promise and Landu, yesterday you told me the outset was just win, and now that you have won, how do you feel?
I feel great. Great. Oh, super great. Super blessed. Super blessed. That's more than 2 words. That's more than 2 words.
28 points on 23 field goal attempts, none bigger than maybe those threes there in the fourth quarter when you got a lot of separation. What's going through your mind when you have that much space and time that late in the game?
I felt like I was getting hot, so don't even no space in the clutch, because I have in my school.
Ice in the veins. Crew guard was tasked with shutting down Callum Smith. How do you think he did?
Super good. But it was really hard, though.
The physicality of a championship game is unlike anything else. How's the body feeling?
I'm super boss.
You're a boss?
I'm super boss. I'm super boss. But we took care of our buddy in the hotel, so we just came and did what he had to do.
Kemi Yosei takes over the Fort Erie squad. He's the head coach. How did he get this team throughout the season to get on the same page and have a performance like this when it mattered the most?
Yeah, like effort. Every practice was hard. He was pushing us, playing full court every day to me. Even after games, I had practice sometimes. So, yeah, it was a really good coach.
MVP, Promise and Landu. Appreciate the time. Kemi Yosei, let's bring you in here. Head coach of the Fort Erie Falcons.
Nell and Steve, pull up with me. Darnell and Steve with me too, man. They're part of the staff, Before we start, I just want to say shout out to them. We don't do as good if I don't have Steve, Darnell, Devo. It's a bunch of people that's behind this. It's not just me. We got a whole community. You guys seen the owner here with the staff, school, everybody. The trainers, Kayla, Matt, Caleb, all of those people. We're not as good if we don't have all these people around us.
Walk me through the season and how these guys sharpened each other's skills in practice, in games throughout the regular season to come away with the trophy here tonight.
Well, the goal in practice is to make everything harder than in games. So we work till we can't no more, and then we try to simulate what we're going to see in the game, and we try to make them go harder.
You knocked off the defending champions, led by head coach Vic Razzo. He's got a lot of trophies in his trophy case. What can you say about how they presented themselves to make you earn it on the championship stage?
Elite. He's very good. Razzo's good. Vic's good. CBL Coach of the Year. We go way back. I used to play against him with the River Lions too, so it's super cool to see that. And it's not just him. We got good coaches in this league too, and they make us better as a staff. We got to scout against those guys, do film and all that stuff. So shout out to all y'all coaches in this league too.
When you look at the entire season, obviously you come back into the OSBA after a year hiatus, Fort Erie does, and when you set the goal to win a championship, what is the thing that you're most proud of about this entire group?
Man, the sacrifice, man. Like all these kids, man, they don't see their parents. They don't see none of those people. It's a lot of sacrifice. They live together. They're probably tired of seeing each other all the time. But one thing I'll say about them, these guys are, sorry for my language, they're fucking dogs, man. These kids don't stop. They're relentless. And I love them to death. And I think we don't win without them either. I give a shout out to everybody, but these are the real MVPs behind me.
Appreciate the time. Time to cut down the net. Fort Erie Falcons, the 2026 OSBA Men's Champions.
Gang.
Thanks for sticking with us all weekend long. For everybody here, from our great director and producer, Nick Kirstens, and Zoe from Sports Canada TV, we appreciate the time. Until next season, we'll leave you with these lasting images of the net being cut down. I'm JJ Evison saying so long.